ancient light.
Origin of a Flower by S.M. Dotson. Wanna know the true, honest to the gods origin of the hyacinth flower? The flower is both beautiful and unique. The color comes from what looks like clusters of delicate hanging bells. I usually see them in a deep blue or purple. Botanist and evolutionary biologist would tell you the genetic story of the plant, but here you will learn the true tale of the flower. The eponymous demigod Hyacinthos, he was the son of the goddess and the famous muse Clio, and his father was a mortal king. The god Apollo, the great archer, soothsayer, whose symbol is often the sun, was his lover. Since, apparently, Hyacinthos was popular within the ancient LGBTQ community, he had other male lovers as well. One such beloved was the West Wind, who was jealous of the love between Hyacinthos and Apollo. In Amyclae, south of Sparta, was laid a statue of Apollo and Hyacinthos, most likely a hometown region from whence came the legend involving Hyacinthos. The legends tell us that one day in Amyclae, Apollo and Hyacinthos were showing off their discus skills. Apollo, of course, must have had an amazing throw. The heavy disc must have hung in the air for an impressive amount of time. Ancient Greeks, when they saw a disc floating through the air, perhaps did not immediately think it was an alien aircraft like we do today, but that perhaps Apollo was practicing discus on the other side of the hill. It is said the West Wind saw a great opportunity in this moment. Now, I have never had a problem with the West Wind, and I mean no disrespect. I would not want to anger any of the Wind family. I sometimes play disc golf, where one attempts to throw a lightweight disc 300 feet or so into a basket. It is like playing frisbee, but with no friend to catch it and throw it back. A game where things like trees and wind often determine one's fate. It is at this time the West Wind is blamed for directing the disc as it sailed through the air into the skull of Hyacinthos, which promptly split open and spilled its contents onto the hillside. It is there where the hyacinth flower first rose. Local priests of the hyacinth cult probably propagated the flower species within their temple grounds. As a final note, one can only imagine the vast number of times the tragic story was retold to a youth as strollers walked past a patch of hyacinth. You too now, when you see the flower, might remind yourself of a homoerotic love triangle gone badly, and the demigod who had his brains spilled for your landscaping pleasure. Origin of a Flower by S.M. Dotson. Please subscribe to Ancient Light, and like the video below or leave a comment. Each interaction helps us reach a larger audience. Thanks for tuning in.